What's going on, guys? JSGC here, and we are here for another Manchester City video today. We're going to be doing my match review, match reaction and match analysis of Manchester City's victory away from home, beating Crystal Palace by 4-2 in the Premier League and putting a heap amount of pressure onto Arsenal and on to Liverpool as well at the top of the Premier League. So before I do crack on with this video and give you my thoughts, make sure, like always, if you are enjoying the content, do subscribe. Also, don't forget social media links. They're in the description if you want to go and follow me on my Twitter, Instagram and TikTok. Email also in the description too if you want to hit me up for any sponsorship for any videos or any general business inquiries. Do leave a thumbs up, 100 likes is the aim. Do let me know your thoughts as well in the comments below. Finally, I want to say a big thank you to today's video sponsor, which is brought to you by SofaScore. Their app is free to download. It's going to keep you up to date with all the latest scores from around the ground, including games involving Manchester City, as well as all the Premier League games, games in England, games around Europe, games around the world, and all the other sports that you guys love to follow as well. As I said, it is a very highly rated app, so do go and check it out. It is free as well, so worthwhile getting. Please use the link in my description to take you to the download page, or the QR code on screen, which will also take you to the download page to download the free SofaScore app. Anyone that does download SofaScore using my link does help to support the future content created here on my channel. So I'm going to crack on with this video. I'm going to start off first with the talking points, which was Manchester City choosing, or Pep Guardiola in particular, choosing to rotate Manchester City's squad ever so slightly from the victory over Aston Villa. Because I was thinking in the build-up to this game, you're going to want to rest your important players, in particular players in midfield, your Rodri, your Bernardo Silva, your Phil Foden. They played a lot of minutes over the international break and a lot of minutes during Manchester City's Premier League games against Arsenal and against Aston Villa as well. We need these players fresh and ready to go, ready going into the Real Madrid game on Tuesday night. We can't ignore the fact that Man City are playing 4 games in 9 days. The schedule is absolutely relentless. It's just something Manchester City do have to deal with, and so it doesn't surprise me that Phil Foden, fresh from scoring a hat-trick, didn't start this game, or Bernardo Silva. I thought we would have taken the opportunity to have rotated Rodri as well. We didn't take that opportunity. We've not really got too many alternatives to Rodri, and to me showcases the importance that we have around Rodri and keeping him injury-free and suspension-free from now until the end of the season, because he is world-class. Absolutely brilliant. So that's what Manchester City need to focus on. That's what they thought about heading into this game. So we've gone with Erling Haaland and Julian Alvarez. I've given my opinions on this plenty of times this season, so I don't need to repeat myself again. Kevin de Bruyne as well starting, and I wanted to see a little bit of link-up play between that attacking front three of Manchester City for us to find a real way to make it work, to get our players as involved as much as possible, to be creating opportunities, to limiting our opponents to not much, and ensure that we're being clinical in front of goal. And in the first half, I was very disappointed with Manchester City. I was disappointed to concede after 3 minutes. It was a well-taken goal from Crystal Palace, but it was a very preventable goal. A goal given away from our own attack, our own distribution. A cheap pass comes in that's given away by City. Johnstone doesn't really read the situation. Maybe he was a bit rusty, only just coming back from injuries. First 3 minutes of competitive football, returning from an injury from the international break. Doesn't read the situation. Could have gone with a high up-pitched tactical foul. He chooses not to do so and take the yellow card. I don't think he'd have been sent off with the minute that was at in the game. How high up it was on the pitch, you wouldn't be able to judge as to whether there'd be extra cover and whether it would be a potential red card or not, but you could take a yellow card there, I think. But in hindsight, you're not to know them things. He chooses not to make that foul. He thinks about it. He leans into think about, should I pull his shirt and pull him back here? He chooses not to. Palace are set away 1-on-1. It's a lovely finish from Mateta, and they go 1-up, and it's a disastrous start to City for City's start into the game. And then City responded really well. They were creating opportunities, and Kevin de Bruyne is a peach of a finish, brilliant finish to find that equaliser. And I was hoping that City would really build upon that, and they didn't. And Henderson made a couple of good saves early in the first half. Crystal Palace, I think, would have felt very comfortable, and as we got towards the end of the first half, it was Palace who were having the opportunities. Very slack, very poor giveaway from Manchester City. I think it was Rodri with a kamikaze back pass to Ortega. Takes a lovely step over. I'm not sure he means it or not, but just takes the ball away from Mateta because he'd have had a tap in there. They hit the crossbar as well. Manchester City just looked very exposed and open, and from a defensive point of view, we've looked so solid over the last couple of weeks. Solid against Arsenal, they didn't create too much. Against Aston Villa, they got forward a couple of times, but as a whole, I thought looked pretty strong. Yeah, in the first half here, I thought we looked very weak and very exposed. It was causing me a lot of problems, and with Josko Gvardiol going into the book, doesn't surprise me that he came off and Akanji came on, and bar Akanji making a mistake, getting dispossessed towards the end of the game, had a pretty good second half there. And I think if Nathan Ake isn't fit, we've now got a little bit of a selection headache. If Kyle Walker is fit, do you go with him and put Akanji on the left? If Kyle Walker isn't fit, do you start Rico Lewis and go with Akanji on the left? Does Gvardiol start now? There's a bit of a selection headache there for Pep Guardiola to think about. Johnstone has done 90 minutes, which means he more than likely doesn't start. Do you want to go with Akanji through the middle? How does City want to balance this and make it work? Some big questions to be asked ahead of that Real Madrid game. So we've got that to really digest and get our teeth into in the build-up to that game. But I thought second half, City really came out. It was helped obviously by Rico Lewis finding that all-important lead for Manchester City on 47 minutes, just 2 minutes after the restart of the match in the second half. And Rico Lewis, a well-taken goal, like a striker's finish, poaching and putting into the back of the net. And then Manchester City, more importantly, we needed that 2-goal cushion, and it came thanks to Erling Haaland, right place at the right time. Lovely reading of the game, lovely reading of the ball coming across, and he leaves himself a tap-in, puts the ball into the back of the net. Happy days, and Haaland, I think, will feel a lot better because in the first half, weren't really that involved, distribution weren't great, had his one-on-one opportunity, and it was a good save from the keeper, but he should have buried it, and it should have been Manchester City winning by a more comfortable margin. And that's the story of this game. It could have been more comfortable, but it was enough for Manchester City to win this game, to come out of Crystal Palace unscathed with the 3 points, putting Arsenal under pressure ahead of an away match for them against Brighton, and putting Liverpool under pressure in an away match against Manchester United. It, to me, is very much job done. We pushed on from there. We got a 4 through Kevin de Bruyne, and lovely finish from de Bruyne, who was my JSGC man of the match. And I don't even think de Bruyne had his best game for Manchester City. As I said, it was enough. And at 4-1, we choose to rotate and make a couple of substitutions. Kovacic comes on and Rodri comes off. We see Nunes come on for Manchester City as well. And you saw Julian Alvarez come off. And all of a sudden, City just started to look a little bit more disjointed, a bit lackadaisical. And City took their eye off the ball in the build-up to Crystal Palace's second goal, and Edouard comes off the bench and he grabs a second goal for Crystal Palace, ultimately leading to Manchester City winning by 2, and an important 3 points. So from that point of view, very happy. As always, with an analysis, you've got to critique, you've got to look at where could things be improved upon. Well, we were 4-1 up, we had +3 on our goal difference. It'd have been nice to have finished this game by 4-1 and go just 1 goal difference behind Liverpool, knowing if they lose any games, we go level on goal difference, and we know that we go ahead of them. Whereas Liverpool, they could lose tomorrow. If they lose tomorrow against Manchester United, as long as it's only by 1 goal, they will remain ahead of Manchester City. Yet we were in the position where we could have won this game by 4-1. We were in a position where we're 4-1 up with 15 minutes remaining. We could have gone on to score 5 or 6, and it's not something we've really seen from City. And I think City were just guilty of thinking about Real Madrid, and so it's gone well. It could have been even better is what I'm getting at here. We could have been sitting here top of the league if we was feeling ruthless and very clinical in front of goal. In the end, though, as I said, it's enough. It's a 3 points. I'm happy from that, and I'm happy to come out of Selhurst Park. Difficult away game, unscathed, good to go, ready for Real Madrid. Got Luton at home in our next Premier League game next weekend to look forward to as well. So there's plenty of time still left in this Premier League season. Manchester City got 7 games remaining. 7 more wins will give us a very competitive points tally. We're at 70 points now. We need to push on and see in our next 3 games if we can get another 3 wins. And I think we can assess the situation again from there. See where we stand in terms of the FA Cup, where we stand in terms of the Premier League and the Champions League as well, and gives us a good idea then about the direction that the season's going in as we head in towards the finale and the final few games of the Premier League season. As I said, though, very much job done from Manchester City. Nowhere near our best, but it was enough. So 3 points. Liverpool haven't been anywhere near their best. What they have been doing is winning games and not pretty games, but doing enough to win them games. And that is what makes teams champions. It's why Liverpool sit top of the Premier League right now, and it's why Manchester City are level on points with them. You've just got to keep grinding at this point in the season. It'd be great to get the goal difference up. There's a lot still to do. Arsenal got a by far better goal difference than us still, +8. It'll be difficult to pull that back inside 7 games while she's competing for FA Cups and Champions Leagues as well. So all we can do is get the 3 points by any means necessary. We did that against Villa. Great. It was a nice, clean, fluent performance. We've done it again here today. Grinding this time. Not pretty, but it's still 3 points, still 4 goals. We can start thinking about Real Madrid. We can start thinking about tightening up a little bit at the back, how to keep them out and keep it compact and keep us in that tie ahead of the second leg in, 10 days' time or so. So there's still all to play for, still there for Manchester City. We're very much still alive. There we go, they've been my thoughts. Do let me know your thoughts, guys, in the comments below. Also, don't forget as well to leave a thumbs up. 100 likes is the aim. Do subscribe if you're new around here. Press that red button, press the bell, and put your push notifications on. Social media links, they're in the description if you want to go and follow me on my Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok. Email also in the description too if you want to hit me up for any sponsorships for any videos or any general business inquiries. Also, don't forget to go and check out today's video sponsor, which is brought to you by SofaScore. Thank you very much to SofaScore for sponsoring today's video. It's a great app. It's free to download. It'll keep you up to date with all the latest scores from around the grounds with football and all the other sports that you love to go and check out. Links and details there in the description, and I'll see you all again real soon for the next Manchester City video. So I've been JSGC. Thank you everyone for watching. I hope everyone is safe and well. Keep an eye on Brighton v Arsenal later on today, and keep an eye on Manchester United against Liverpool. If we could get a favour somewhere, that would be great. I have said that someone in that top 3 is dropping points this weekend. I'm certain of it. I can smell it. And I'm happy that it's not Manchester City. And considering we was behind here, I think we all had some suspicions here with City. They've not hit their clinical stride as what we was hitting last season. Thankfully, it isn't us. We've done enough. We've got the 3 points. We'll leave Selhurst Park with a 2-goal victory. I'm very happy with that. And yeah, see you in the build-up for the Real Madrid game and hopefully a favour off either Brighton, dare I say it, Manchester United. Who knows? We'll see. Thanks for watching. Peace. Ciao for now. Have a great weekend, everyone.